In this video, we'll be going over Lesson 7.8, Equivalent Expressions, the On Your Own. Practice, copy, and solve. Use the distributive property to write an equivalent expression. So in this case, we just need to simplify 3.5 times W, which would be 3.5 W, plus 3.5 times 7, which is 24.5. So the equivalent expression is 3.5 W plus 24.5. The next one, 1/2 times F would be 1/2 F plus 1/2 times 10, which is 5. So the solution for that is 1.5 F plus 5. Let's look at number 9. So 4 times 3Z would be 12Z plus 4 times 2, which is 8. Hopefully you're seeing the pattern. Now on 10 through 12, we're going to be, I'm going to call it doing the opposite. We're going to be looking for that greatest common factor and then breaking it up. So 20B plus 16C, the greatest common factor for those two would be 4. So 4 times, remember once you've got the parentheses there, you're going multiplication. So 4 goes into 20, 5 times, 4 times 5B plus 4 goes into 16, 4 times 4C. So 4 times 5B plus 4C is an equivalent expression. Let's look at the next one. 30D plus 18. What's the greatest common factor for both of those? You'll see now why it's so important to be fluid in this information. So your greatest common factor will be a 6. So 6 times 5D plus, how many times is 6? Oops. How many times does 6 go into 18? 3. All right, so that is the equivalent expression. And then lastly, 24G minus 8H. What's the greatest common factor you've got going on there? Hopefully you came up with 8. So 8 times, to get 24G, 3G plus what to get to 8H? So it's 1H, but of course in algebra we would just write H. Okay. So again, that's 8. Nope, can't see it. All right. So again, that would be an H. If you have questions about that, feel free to ask me. Let's go ahead and look at 13. Write an expression. The lengths of sides of a triangle are 3t, 2t plus 1, and t plus 4. Write an expression for the perimeter or sum of the lengths, and then write an equivalent expression. So let's first do this. So we add up the sides. So 3t plus 2t plus 1 plus, I'm just putting parentheses around these just to kind of clarify what we're doing, t plus 4. So at this point, we're basically simplifying to get the, simplifying like terms to get the equivalent expression. So we've got 3t, 2t, and 1t. So hopefully that is still how many t's? 6t. Add And then let's see what other like terms. We've got actual numbers. So we've got 1 and we've got 4. So I think that still equals 5. All right. So the original is 3t plus 2t plus 1 plus t plus 4, blah, 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 blah. The equivalent expression is when we simplified like terms, 6t plus 1. All right. Finally, use properties of operations to write an expression equivalent to the sum of the expressions 3 times the sum of g and 5 and 2 times the difference of 3g and 6. So we're taking all of this, and since it says write an expression equivalent to the sum of the expressions, there we go. We're first going to write this out as an expression. So 3 times the sum of g and 5, and means plus 2 times the difference of 3g minus 6. Okay? And so the first thing we're going to do is kind of work out this part. What do I mean by that? Eventually, we're going to be combining like terms to simplify. So let's first of all go 3 times g is 3g plus 3 times 15. Yeah, 3 times 5, which is 15. Okay. Plus, now we're going to do this side of the addition sign. 2 times 3g is 6g minus 2 times 6, which is 12, equals, here we go. Now I'm going to move the book up a little bit. Here we're going to go ahead and simplify by combining like terms. So we've got 3g and 6g, you're adding them together, that's 9g, and you've got like terms 15 and 12, there's that subtraction sign, so you'll subtract, plus 3, all right? So now I can tell you, this is a ridiculous question. I mean, you're going to be doing this probably in 7th grade, might wait till 8th, but you're going to be doing this then. But if you were able to eventually get here, bravo to you. And if not, your brain just wasn't ready yet. Let's move back on to 293. I'm just going to continue here if I could. All right, so I went ahead and assigned you the Think Smarter. If for some reason you forgot, go ahead, pause it here. Here you write the algebraic expression in the box that shows an equivalent expression. All right, so I'm going to do this one first. 6z plus 5z, it's right there. So we go ahead and write that. Okay. And now I'll come over here. So let's see. This would be 6 times z, which is 6z, plus, I know you're already ahead of me, 30. So 6 times z plus 5, all righty. And then we know it's that, and we'll just combine the terms and quickly find that out. So 2 plus 3 equals 5, and then we've got that. All right. So this has been a review of answers. Hopefully it built your understanding of finding equivalent expressions.